What a girl, what a world, what a light. Oh, I married Joan. What a mind, love is blind, what a wife.
Joan Davis with Jim Backus in
I married Joan.
Lead me to that couch. Shopping is murder, isn't it? Yeah. I'm not going shopping again for a whole week. Oh, my aching feet. I know what you mean. But shopping's fun, isn't it? They're showing so many wonderful things. Wonderful buys, too. Yeah. Why, would you believe it? I saw a mink coat for $15,000 marked down to $14,000.
Well, what good is it? They'll only sell one to a customer.
Come on, Nancy, sit down and relax. Oh, yeah. Oh, that feels good. Sometimes when you stand on your feet long enough, they get numb. Sometimes if you rub them, you start circulation.
That's a good idea. Ooh. Talk about numb. My feet are so numb I can't even feel them.
Ow!
Excuse me. Yeah, I'm sorry, dear. My slippers.
Oh, I couldn't walk another step since I've had it. Good thing Charlie's coming to pick you up. Yeah. We could drop you by your place, sweetie. Swell. I've got so many packages. Hey, Joni, you bought so many things. What'd you do, have them all sent?
No, I returned them.
You mean to say you returned all those things before you brought them home?
Well, sure, I figured why make an extra trip? I'm in the store anyway.
I don't get it.
Oh, well, Brad warned me not to buy any more clothes this month. I'm way over my budget anyway, so I had all the fun of shopping, and then I returned everything. All except this dress, of course. I just couldn't get myself to give it back.
Oh, no, it looks beautiful on you.
Thanks. Oh, I dread telling Brad about it. I know you'll be furious with me.
What's your problem, Joni? If I had a new dress and I didn't want Charlie to know about it, I'd just take the bull by the horns. And when he came in, I'd say, how do you like this old dress with the new belt on it, Charlie? Well, you can say the same thing to your husband.
Oh, no, Brad would get suspicious. Especially when I called him Charlie.
I'll take this new hat I bought. Am I going to tell Charlie it's new? Of course not. I'll say it's my last year's hat with a new feather in it.
Well, I've never yet lied to Brad, and I'm not going to start now.
Lie? That wouldn't be a lie.
It would?
Well, no, of course not. It's just a way of... Well, it's a way of promoting a happy domestic relationship. Sure.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I couldn't do it. I believe that two people should be able to trust each other.
That's right. But husbands aren't people. Of course not. They're just men.
Well, don't knock it, kids. That's all we girls have got. Besides, old hat, new feather. What husband would swallow a story like that?
Oh, that must be Charlie now. I'll get it.
Hello, Charlie.
Hello, Joan. How are you? Oh, Helen. Oh, honey.
Hi, sweetie.
Hiya.
We're taking Helen home.
Oh, fine. Say, isn't that a new hat?
You mean this old... Don't you recognize it? It's last year's hat, dear. It just has a new feather in it.
Oh, looks great.
I'm surprised at you, Charlie, not remembering this old hat.
Well, I'm sorry. Goodbye, Joan. You coming, Helen?
All those packages are ours, dear. I'll see you tomorrow, Joan. I'll be right with you, kids. Are you going to try it?
Well, it's my duty. If I tell Brad the truth, he'll get upset. He'll start to worry. High blood pressure. Well, I can see him in the hospital. Doctors, transfusions. Helen, I've got to tell that lie. To save my husband's life.
Julie, I'm home.
In here, dear.
Hi, Joni.
Oh, hello, darling. How are things going in court today?
Oh, just fine. Is dinner almost ready?
Be ready in a minute.
Well, I'll just run along and wash up. Say, isn't that a new dress?
This old thing? Why, Brad, I've I've had this dress for almost a year now. It must be this new belt that makes it look new.
Joni.
Yes, Brad.
Joni, do you realize the first time you've ever done that?
Well, Brad,
In all the years that we're married, it's the first time.
I can explain.
It's the first time you didn't welcome me home with a kiss.
Well, Brad, I can explain. Kiss? Oh, Brad, darling. How could I forget such an important thing as that, darling? I'm sorry.
That's much better now.
By the way, Brad, you're sure you remember the dress now?
Huh?
This dress, I mean, you don't think it's a new one anymore, do you?
Oh, no, I recognized it right away. The belt threw me off for a minute. You wore it, let's see, last month at the dance, and the last time you wore it was last week at the theater.
Then you do remember it.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings by not recognizing it right away.
Oh, sorry.
As a matter of fact, Joni, you have so many other pretty dresses, I don't see why you wear that same old thing all the time. Oh, boy, honey. That was a wonderful dinner.
Oh, it was nothing, dear. Just something I whipped together in 4 or 5 hours.
Oh, no, I mean it. The roast was just wonderful, and the potatoes were just perfect.
Well, if I must say so myself, one thing I'm an expert at is French lies. The fries! Speaking of lies, Brad, reminds me... not that it reminds me. It doesn't remind me at all. There's no connection. Well, wasn't it funny when you thought that this was a new dress?
Uh-huh.
Oh, boy, that sure was funny. This whole thing of a new dress shows you what a new belt can do. You really thought that this was a new dress. This old thing.
Joni, is something wrong?
No, dear, I just have an itch.
Well, you better come here and let me scratch it.
Thanks, honey, but it just went away.
Honey, here's your half of the paper.
Oh, well, thank you, dear.
Well, aren't you going to read it?
Well, I can read it from here.
Huh?
Oh, Yankees do it again. I'll be right there, honey. I just sort of like a long walk after dinner. Well, there's nothing like relaxing with the evening paper, honey.
Joni, what is this?
This is a new contour position. Very good for relaxing the heart and lungs. All the doctors are recommending this now. Very good for him.
Is that so? Well, I think I'll... Say, this is kind of relaxing.
Best thing in the world for you.
Joni, how long do you have to stay in this position?
Oh, well, that depends, dear.
Depends?
Yeah, sometimes you stay in this position longer and sometimes shorter. Got a feeling this is one of my long days.
Joni, are you hiding something from me?
Yeah. No?
Well, I mean, are you feeling all right, dear? And why do you have to relax your heart and your lungs?
Well, a girl's got to look after her heart and lungs, you know. If they ever stop, you're in big trouble. You got to watch the ticker and tick, 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 tick. And the lungs, long. I'm so relaxed now, dear, that I think I should go to bed.
Yes, honey. You better run along.
Yeah, good night, darling.
Good night.
Oh, this is the moving contour position.
Oh.
It stirs up the liver. Spine for the spine. Hip for the hip. In fact, it's great for the whole darn straight. I tell you, Nancy, I didn't sleep a wink last night. I never even closed my eyes. I'm so groggy, I can hardly stand up.
Oh, you're behaving like a child.
But I can't help it. Because of that one lie I told about my new dress, I had lied to Brad about a price tag and then a silly contour position, and it was just one lie right after the other.
Wait till you get to be an expert like me.
Yeah, well, I got to tell Brad the truth. When we were married, Brad and I agreed to tell each other the truth.
Joan, how's he going to know you're lying if you don't tell him?
Well, Brad's got a lot of integrity. Why, if he even suspected that I lied to him, there's no telling what he might do. Why, he might even throw me right out in the street with no place to go.
Oh, Joan.
I'd have to go home to my mother. She doesn't kiss me the same way Brad does. Oh, Nancy, what am I going to do? Brad's my whole life. If I don't tell him the truth, why, it's just going to wreck my marriage. And if I tell him that I lied, why, he's just liable to... More coffee, Nancy?
No, thank you.
You know, every other married couple had problems. Well, we never did until now. But, you know, take that television show that Brad was a guest on last week. You know, the one called Marriage Clinic. Well, there were people there with all sorts of problems, doubts, suspicions. They needed help. Little did I know that this week I'd need help. Help! Oh, Nancy, that's it.
Joan, what are you talking about?
The Marriage Clinic. I'm going on that television program. They can solve my problem, save my marriage. I've just got time to get down there and get on that panel for tonight. I'm going to go... Oh, but I forgot about Brad. He'll get home, not find me here.
Oh, you leave Brad to me. I'll make up a wonderful lie. I'll tell him
No, honey, I don't want to hear any more about lies. I don't want to even know what it's all about. I'm all through with that sort of stuff. Make it a good one, won't you?
Stand by, everybody.
Well, folks, we'll be on the air very shortly. Now, just remember, relax. And don't forget, we're here to help you.
Places, please.
Now, let's put on the mask, please. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome once again to Marriage Clinic. Each week at this time, we try to help solve the problems of men and women who have sailed into rough weather on the sea of matrimony. As you know, it is the policy of this program not to embarrass those who come to seek our advice. Therefore, we have provided them with masks in order that they may not easily be recognized. And further, instead of using their names, we have given them numbers. These are our guests this evening, and we sincerely hope that we can be of assistance to them as they stand face to face with life's gravest problem, a crumbling marriage. To answer their questions tonight, we have assembled a panel of outstanding experts. First, that noted psychologist, Dr. Theodore von Griffin.
How do you do?
Doctor. Second, Miss Margaret Willoughby, President of Southside University. Miss Willoughby, please.
How do you do?
Our third expert this evening was to have been Dr. Horace Griswold, but circumstances prevented him from appearing. We are most fortunate at the last minute, however, to have prevailed upon our expert of last week, Judge Bradley J. Stevens, to be with us once again tonight. Nice to have you here. Our first case this evening is number 686. 686 is, I believe, one of the ladies. Excuse me, I think this is a little bit of a mix-up here. No, you're not 686.
Me neither. I'm 989.
So that's it. You see, this is a 686.
I'm 989.
Well, very well then. We'll have case number 989 first.
I'm 686.
Madam, You are the first case. Please, with you. I'm taking the chairs off. Now, madam, please, will you tell us your problem?
Well, you see, I love my husband very much, and my husband loves me very much, and, well, we like the same kind of books and the same kind of music, and I'm not jealous of him, and he's not jealous of me, and we're both absolutely crazy about each other.
Well, what is your problem, then?
My problem is this. What's a happily married girl like me doing on this program? Bye.
Just a moment. Didn't you tell me your problem was something about your husband and lying?
A husband and lying?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a lying. Well, you see, my husband is lying around the house all day, gathering a lot of dust, but it's nothing, and I'm a little late, so good night, folks.
No. You told me that you had lied to your husband. Remember?
There, young lady. You must try to trust us. We're only here to help you.
Well, it's entirely possible that some of us here share your husband's views.
Well, it's not only entirely possible, it's highly probable. Maybe I could find out what my husband thinks by talking to you.
That's it exactly. That's the whole idea of this program, Mrs.
No names, please.
Well, now, just tell us in your own words just exactly what your problem is.
Well, to put it simply, I told my husband a little lie.
A little lie? That doesn't sound so terrible.
It doesn't?
No, we thought you had a serious problem.
I hate to disagree with my colleagues, but in my opinion, there's no such thing as a little lie. No. One little lie leads to another, and then to another, until the whole foundation of marriage crumbles. Do you understand?
Yes, dear.
Of course, you see, I'm a married man, and my wife has the same opportunities as you for lying, right?
Oh, I suppose so.
But my wife wouldn't think of lying. You bet she would. So if my wife doesn't lie to me, why should you lie to your husband? Because the whole success of marriage is based on a mutual love, a mutual fondness, a mutual understanding, and a mutual... Just what is this little lie you told your husband?
Would you mind repeating the question?
Just what is this little lie you told your husband?
Oh, that old thing. Well, it all started at home one day when I suddenly took off under my own power and started flying around the room. Well, my husband was slightly puzzled, and he said, why are you flying around the room? And I said, well, I must fly, dear, because I'm a B-36. So I must fly. I must fly. I must fly. You're stalling the motor, sir. I must fly. But anyway, you see, that was the little lie that I told my husband. I'm not really a B-36 at all. I'm a jet.
Hello, Tom. This is Judge Stevens. Look, Tom, will you do me a favor?
Could you stop by the house in about an hour? Mrs. Stevens is up to something, and I want to try and find out what it is. So stop by the police lab and bring a lie detector. Yeah, that's right. Thanks, Tom. You know, I can't get over my experience at that television program. Imagine a woman doing a crazy thing like that, then running out of the studio and disappearing. They couldn't find a trace of her. And they chased her for 6 blocks.
7. Oh, 7. I get off here. I know what I'm talking about. I think I'll get a cold towel for my head, dear. I haven't been well lately, honey. You're the closet lawyer. Oh, boy, I'd like to... Why couldn't you have been a flowered prince so I could hate you? Why did
you let me try you on? Why didn't you keep your big fat zipper shut? You caused me so much trouble. I'd gladly take you by the collar and... Oh, but you're such nice material. I guess I shouldn't blame you anyway. After all, it's my own fault. I'm the one that told the lie. That first lie caused me. Oh.
Oh, hello, Judge. Hello, Tom. I see you brought the machine.
Yeah, it's real heavy, too.
Yeah, well, wait a minute. You put it right down over here. Yeah, I'll get this chair out of the way in this thing.
Thank you.
There we are. Oh, Joni. Joni, this is Tom Randolph of the police lab.
Hello, Mr. Stevens.
How do you do? Oh, how are you?
Yes, honey, he's here to demonstrate something for me. You know, I've always wanted to see one of these gadgets work. I've always been interested in lie detectors. Johnny, darling, are you hurt? My gosh, what happened?
I just tripped on a piece of milk. No, it's a hunk of soup. I've been so loose lately. I just seem to fall apart at the strangest times. I'm all right, though. Everything's fine.
You be careful now, honey.
Yes, dear.
All right.
Judge, it's those needles that really tell the story. You see, this first needle records the heartbeat, the second needle records the respiration rate, and the third one marks the blood pressure.
Well, wait a minute, will you, Tom? Joan. Joni, will you come here and help us work this thing, please?
That'll be fine. Then I can give you a practical demonstration.
I've got a wonderful idea, Brad. I'll go get my Aunt Martha. You know what a wonderful liar she is. That's how she got my Uncle Harry. Do you remember?
Oh, now, wait a minute, Joan. We don't need a liar. I just want to see how this thing operates.
The idea behind the machine is really very simple. You see, when a person tells a lie, their blood pressure changes and the heartbeat changes, and we can tell by the movement of those needles.
Well, I think you better get somebody else to demonstrate the machine out here.
Why?
Well, the machine is AC, and I operate on DC. My electrician told me that. So that's
Joan. Stop making such a fuss. You go over and sit in that chair, and, Tom, we'll put on the clamps.
All right. Now, first, you attach this to your left wrist.
I confess. I did it. I confess. I'm sorry I did it, but I did it. It's done, and I did it. I confess. That's all. I did it.
Joni, we haven't even asked you a question.
I haven't even plugged in the machine yet.
No.
Oh. Well, then I didn't do it.
Oh, now, listen. Stop making such a fuss. Sit down. I'm just going to ask you simple questions, and you answer truthfully.
That's right. You just relax and answer the questions. That's all.
That's it. Now, the first one, what is your name?
Joan Stevens.
See that, Judge? Needles are all moving evenly. That's because she told the truth.
Huh? Now, let's see. What is your address?
My address? My address is an old address. You just think it's a new address because it's got a newer belt. It's an old address with a newer belt. An old address with a newer belt.
Judge, something went wrong. I better fix these needles.
Joni, dear, I just asked you your address, where you live.
Oh. Then I didn't do it.
All right, Judge. You can go ahead. It's all fixed again.
All right, now stop making such a fuss, Joni. And get your mind off that dress. I recognize it, honey. Last year's dress with a new belt, right? I said it was last year's dress with a new belt, right? Take it easy. Darling, are you all right?
Oh, Brad, I'll never tell another lie again as long as I live. That was a new dress. I said it was an old one.
I knew it, honey, but I had to teach you a lesson.
Well, you certainly did.
Well, you see, honey, and think of the energy you wasted. I knew it was a new dress all along.
You did?
Well, certainly, right from the moment I saw it.
Really?
Yes, darling. I knew it was a new dress all the time.
What a mind, love is blind, what a wife. Giddy and gay, all day she keeps my heart laughing.